Okay, in this video we are going to go over a really cool survey that I've implemented recently that I think is awesome for just about every business that's out there. In fact, all the big businesses use this as a way to really gauge how customers like the service, like the product, and so on and so forth. And this is a Net Promoter Score survey. Now, what I was going to do was go and use the campaign that is actually already built for you from the Infusionsoft team or whoever actually does it. I'm not sure if they do it, but they have these already existing campaigns, and I went through and went to go and search for it and everything, and it's not there anymore. So, uh, starting in these subsequent videos, so in the next video, we're going to go through. In the next video, we're going to go through some of the already existing campaign templates, but this one is so important that I really wanted to, even though they didn't have it readily available as a template, I wanted to go through and show you how to make this because I think it's super important. Now, this is something that I wanted to do for quite some time and I hadn't, but here you can see, here's my Net Promoter Score. I have two people who are considered promoters, and we'll talk about what that is. Zero neutral, and zero detractors. Now, when we go into this, you're going to see why this is so important and what you can do about each of these types of people and why it's great for your business. Okay, so we're going to go and hover over the Infusionsoft logo, and we're going to go to Campaign Builder. Now, normally I would go tell you to go to get campaign templates and then look for NPS survey, but it no longer exists. They took it off for some reason. Maybe they're editing it, or making it better or whatever. But it's a good one to have. So good that we're gonna make one. So Net Promoter Score survey. What this allows you to do is gauge your customer satisfaction. Why do you want to do that? Well, because depending on how satisfied they are, they will either buy from you, they will refer people to you, they will not buy from you, or they will detract people from you. So those are some very, very big things, right? So in a Net Promoter Score survey, it's very strict. It's a very strict survey, and you'll see this popping up from Amazon. You'll see this popping up from eBay, from wherever. But essentially, what this does is it asks you a question, and if we go to this form, you can see what this form looks like. It says, "Hey, based on your experience, how likely are you to recommend our products to a friend?" 0 meaning not likely, and 10 meaning extremely likely. So, what are we scoring? If someone says that they are 9 to 10 likely to recommend your products to a friend, that means that they are a promoter. That means that they're going to tell their friends about you, they're going to become part of your affiliate program, they're going to be doing a lot of stuff for you, and they're going to buy from you again, more than likely. If they answer a 7 or an 8, they become a neutral. That means that they liked what you had, but they're not ecstatic about it. They're not going to go and tell their friends about you. They're not going to really do much. And if someone's talking badly about you, they're not going to jump in and say how wrong they are or anything like that. They're just going to be neutral. And then lastly, 6 or below, 6 or less, they are a detractor. That means that they are not pleased. That means that they could be on social media telling people about how unpleased they are of you. That means that they could be telling their friends, colleagues, co-workers that you are not to be trusted, you are not a good product, all of those things, which I don't know about you, but in my business, I would not like that to happen, right? So we want to have as many promoters as possible. So what happens when they actually go and do this? Well, if they are a promoter, they get an email saying, "Oh, that's so awesome. Would you like to give your testimonial to the product?" No worries if you don't want to. That's totally cool too. And then it asks them to be a part of the affiliate program too as well. It asks them to be a part of my affiliate program. The next thing, it if they're neutral, it shoots them an email saying, hey, I'm glad that you had a good experience, but we want to make it the best experience. What could we do to make it the absolute best experience for you possible? And then lastly, the detractor one, it literally, if you go into here, it literally just says, hey, give this guy a call. Call them up. Call them up. Tell them how awesome they are and what we'll do. We'll give them this and this and that and that, just so they are no longer a detractor, because they can they can do a lot of damage in your business. And let me go ahead and delete these because I was messing around with these. So the way I do this, I have one for each product that I do. They're generally the same thing, but let's go and create one real quick. Let's go and create one of these. This is super important. I love the Net Promoter Score survey, and I wish they had it as a template still, but oh well. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to create a form here. So we pulled out this sign up for newsletter icon there, and then if you actually click on that on the bottom left where the purple is, it says submit a web form. We could make it to something else if we wanted to, but we're going to make it submit a web form. Next, we are going to click into here. Now, if I wasn't making this from scratch, I would have just copied the other ones that we're doing. But this is what we're going to do. We have to get their email. So this is going out in an Infusionsoft email, this survey. So we have to get their email, but we don't want them to re-enter their email, because that's just one more step that they have to do. And also, if they mess up on that step, it's not going to associate this survey with that person. So what we want to do is we're going to do this field snippet here on the tab. We're going to go and do a hidden field. And in this hidden field, we're going to go down to email. We'll leave field values empty. And basically, when they come from an Infusionsoft link, which we've talked about before, if they come from an Infusionsoft link, they are going to go and it's going to automatically put their information in here. So what else do we need? We need radio buttons, right? We need radio buttons. So we're going to go do these radio buttons. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a bunch of them. So let's add some more. 10 total. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. We're going to do 0. We'll do not likely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, why did that not go into another one? 9 and 10. Then we'll do extremely likely. Okay, we're going to select here, don't select an option by default, and we're not going to put any tags here either. Let's put a label here. We'll say on a scale of 1 to 10, how like actually let's do this. Based on your experience, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend our product to other people? Like that. And we're going to do save. And we will have our form that we had. Great. Now in the template, the original template that they had a little thing that said comment down here. I didn't like that. The reason why I didn't want to have a comment section here is because if they praised us, if they gave a testimonial, that in that particular comment section, and then they went to promoter, uh, then and then the email asked for their testimonial. Then that's kind of weird. Same thing with the neutral. If they're putting in a comment and then we're asking them like, what can we do better? That doesn't really make sense, right? That's kind of duplicating work. I would just leave it like this, and then in the email, the subsequent emails, we would go ahead and ask those questions.